Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Naz.
Collectively, you should always come to us for your science knowledge when you want to do some sciencey, shouldn't you?
I'm not sure about that.
We are the go-to science people for science.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're three Cox. Like Brian Cox, Brian Cox, Brian Cox.
That's true. Yeah, it's very true. Is there a scientist called Dicks as well? Or wankers?
Anyway. I'm straight off the point slightly here now.
Got to do it because it's potentially quite a serious one. This, the Fermi paradox. I've heard people allude to this. And I don't really know what it is. I think it's about the possibility of alien life.
Okay.
But obviously it's going to be like someone working out, quantifying whether or not there could be alien life or something.
I haven't got time to fucking worry about this, have you?
I don't worry about it, no.
You know what I
find it quite interesting, but I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll read about it if it was there, but that's I'm not going to start studying it and fucking having conversations about it.
Yeah.
Now that we know, the problem with having conversations about this stuff is I always only remember half of the information. So as soon as I start talking about it, I trip myself up instantly. Yeah. But yeah, I just go, we've done the video on how vast the universe is.
It's fucking crazy, that.
So just watch that, and is there alien life? Yeah, of course there is somewhere.
Got to be.
Yeah, that's it for me.
It's got to be something.
Yeah, anyway, we'll get into it. We'll do some science. The Fermi paradox. Where are all the aliens? Part 1.
Are we the only living things in the entire universe? The observable universe is about 90 billion light years in diameter. There are at least 100 billion galaxies, each with 100 to 1,000 billion stars. Recently, we've learned that planets are very common too. And there are probably trillions and trillions of habitable planets in the universe, which means there should be lots of opportunity for life to develop and exist, right? But where is it? Shouldn't the universe be teeming with spaceships? Let's take a step back. Even if there are alien civilizations in other galaxies, there's no way we'll ever know about them. Basically, everything outside of our direct galactic neighborhood, the so-called local group, is pretty much out of our reach forever because of the expansion of the universe. Even if we had really fast spaceships, it would literally take billions of years to reach these places, traveling through the emptiest areas in the universe. So let's focus on the Milky Way. The Milky Way is our home galaxy. It consists of up to 400 billion stars. That's a lot of stars. Counting one per second, it would take you 100 lifetimes to count them all. There are about 20 billion Sun-like stars in the Milky Way, and estimates suggest that a fifth of them have an Earth-sized planet in its habitable zone, the area with conditions that enable life to exist. If only 0.1% of those planets harbored life, there would be 1 million planets with life in the Milky Way. Wow. But wait, there's more. The Milky Way is about 13 billion years old. In the beginning, it would not have been a good place for life because things exploded a lot. But after 1 to 2 billion years, the first habitable planets were born. Earth is only 4 billion years old, so there have probably been trillions of chances for life to develop on other planets in the past. If only a single one of them had developed into a space-traveling super-civilization, we would have noticed by now. What would such a civilization look like? There are 3 categories.
Why would we have noticed by now?
Because we've got the equipment to find out, haven't we? And they'd have probably come here.
Yeah.
They'd have found us, or we'd have found them. We'd have met somewhere with all the equipment we have.
They might have developed and died out 2 billion years ago.
But we'd know.
Why?
Because we'd have the facilities to find that out now.
With, what was it, 100
we know
billion
about dinosaurs.
stars
We know about dinosaurs.
on our planet that we can dig
how
up
long
and find back.
How long ago was dinosaurs?
I don't know, 60 million years ago, was it?
There you go.
Something like
So
that.
it's things that we can find stuff out that was millions and millions of years ago, so we would probably find out. Yeah. We've got the equipment to do it now.
I mean, it's absolutely definitely got to be life on other planets somewhere, because just law of
I don't think in our solar system.
No, in the Milky Way there probably is, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
in the Milky Way. But like I said, the distances are just so vast, it's mind-blowing.
It's a race to find out.
Get there.
It's a race to find out which planet from the Milky Way comes up with that technology first to travel into different orbits or whatever you call it. I don't know what you fucking call it. Different parts of space.
Yeah,
different areas.
I was going to let you carry on.
Yeah,
There's no help here.
the projects.
yeah. I think it's definitely life somewhere anyway. But I just don't think. I mean, obviously, knowing us knowing what we know, the technology isn't there to travel those distances.
No.
It's impossible.
They might not be human life, but they might be some form of life.
Yeah.
I think even if
the likelihood is
bacteria,
it's humans
absolutely.
like us, though, is highly unlikely, isn't it? It would just be some form of life.
Well, I don't know. It could be animals, and it could be humans like us if they've developed some.
What animals do you think will be there, Mike?
It could be anything like us. It could be dinosaurs again, but they might not have been wiped out with the the Ice Age and what have you. I don't know. They might have planets about though. Law of averages says there's got to be. Some
What was
sort
it there? 100 billion? Did it say something?
It's a lot.
All of it's irrelevant because the Earth was created 6,000 years ago. This is all pretend.
And it's flat.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dinosaurs never existed. Space
Dinosaurs
doesn't
did exist, but they all fell off the edge and went to another planet. They just travelled through space and then landed on another planet.
You know what it was with the dinosaurs? Someone took too long to change the light bulb on the sun. They all got rickets. So...
A Type 1 civilization would be able to access the whole energy available on its planet. In case you're wondering, we're currently around 0.73 on the scale, and we should reach Type 1 sometime in the next couple of hundred years. Type 2 would be a civilization capable of harnessing all of the energy of its home star. This would require some serious science fiction, but it is doable in principle. Concepts like the Dyson sphere, a giant complex surrounding the sun, would be conceivable.
Bollocks.
Type 3 is a civilization that basically controls its whole galaxy and its energy. An alien race this advanced would probably be godlike to us. But why should we be able to see such an alien civilization in the first place? If we were to build generation spaceships that could sustain a population for around 1,000 years, we could colonize the whole galaxy in 2 million years. Sounds like a long time, but remember, the Milky Way is huge. So if it takes a couple of million years to colonize the entire galaxy, and there are possibly millions, if not billions of planets that sustain life in the Milky Way, and these other life forms have had considerably more time than we've had, then where are all the aliens? This is the Fermi paradox, and nobody has an answer to it. But we do have some ideas. Let's talk about filters. A filter in this context represents a barrier that is really hard for life to overcome. They come in various degrees of scary. 1. There are great filters, and we have passed them. Maybe it is way harder for complex life to develop than we think. The process allowing life to begin hasn't yet been completely figured out, and the conditions required may be really complicated. Maybe in the past, the universe was way more hostile, and only recently have things cooled down to make complex life possible. This would also mean that we may be unique, or at least one of the first, if not the first, civilization in the entire universe. 2. There are great filters, and they are ahead of us. This one would be really, really bad. Maybe life on our level exists everywhere in the universe, but it gets destroyed when it reaches a certain point, a point that lies ahead of us. For example, awesome future technology exists, but when activated, it destroys the planet. The last words of every advanced civilization would be, "This new device will solve all of our problems once I push this button." If this is true, then we are closer to the end than the beginning of human existence. Or maybe there is an ancient Type 3 civilization that monitors the universe, and once a civilization is advanced enough, it gets eliminated in an instant. Maybe there is something out there that it would be better not to discover. There is no way for us to know. One final thought, maybe we're alone. Right now, we have no evidence that there's any life besides us. Nothing. The universe appears to be empty and dead. No one sending us messages, no one answering our calls. We may be completely alone, trapped on a tiny moist mud ball in an eternal universe. Does that thought scare you? If it does, you're having the correct emotional reaction. If we let life on this planet die, perhaps there will be no life left in the universe. Life will be gone, maybe forever. If this is the case, we just have to venture to the stars and become the first Type 3 civilization to keep the delicate flame of life existing and to spread it until the universe breathes its final breath and vanishes into oblivion. The universe is too beautiful not to be experienced by someone. This video was made possible.
That's a cheery thought.
I think there's life out there, but I
do.
if you're the last 2 humans left on Earth and you're a man and a woman, do you have a obligation to try and repopulate the Earth, or do you just go, well, whatever, we'll just enjoy ourselves and then die? Because they kind of touched on that, you know, are we just the only thing, and then when we die it's all over? Do we have a responsibility to the future?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Of course you do.
Depends what she looks like.
Should we repopulate the Earth? No.
Not tonight, love.
Yeah. Six months later, you're like,
probably be a lesbian Karen.
Yeah. Fair play. I mean, it's a while since we've done a sciencey one like that, and I know there's one we're looking at that's half an hour long, and I thought we'd ease ourselves into a bit more sciencey stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what I get. But what about if we haven't witnessed alien life? Who's seen all these fucking flying saucers over buildings in like Ben Chill?
I know, yeah. That's a good point.
On grainy cameras from like 1972.
Yeah. There's got to be something out there, hasn't there? Absolutely got. Because I mean, all the planets, stars, and stuff, they're pretty much made of it. I know there's certain elements that are different, but I think they know about all the elements in pretty much the universe, don't they? All different things that make up life with your carbons and whatever. Yep. So there's got to be, with millions and maybe billions of planets, there's got to be another one that's got it right, and you know there has been life there, or there is life there.
Maybe we're just a flash in the pan though, and we rise and fall, and then that goes away, and then someone else over there goes. Poof.
I like the way you portrayed what we're approaching. The final filter.
Yeah,
it's the final filter. Are you ready? Are you ready to take on the final filter?
Let's go for it.
You've got 2 million in the bank.
Go on, filter.
2 more questions get you through the final filter.
Yeah, I mean, does it make any difference whatsoever if we are alone in the universe?
No, because I thought
I like being on my own.
Yeah, no, leave me alone for 50 minutes.
You should work in a lighthouse, you.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I just think the distances are so vast that we'll probably never know anyway. Probably never know. Not in our lifetime, certainly.
Unless something like the Mars rover is digging one day and finds a structure, and then it's like proof that there was something there at some point.
I'll be excited about anything they find, but I'm not going to like hold my breath waiting and like be all concerned for it.
No,
I couldn't give a shit.
I won't be concerned about it at all. I don't get or don't believe in like spaceships coming over here and things like that. I just don't think.
I'm more concerned about how many pubs are closing down at a weekly rate. That's my biggest concern at the moment.
You should never be put in charge of saving the planet.
What's worth saving if all the pubs are gone?
Exactly.
On second thoughts.
Yeah, I should be.
Here's a paradox for you. Why are so many pubs shutting down, but if you go to a bar at the weekend, it's absolutely packed and you can't actually get in there? You'd think it'd filter out to the pubs as well, where you can have a nice quiet drink, but all the pubs are shutting.
Bars do food, pubs don't.
There's lots of nice bars that don't do food that are flourishing.
Yeah.
But then the pub next door, no one goes to. Is there a stigma? Is it like an old man thing? Do young people think I'm not drinking in pubs?
Pub I go in is packed, as you know. It's always packed.
People do have favourites, and there are certain pubs in towns and stuff which people do go to more than others. It's always been like that. Always been like that, and it probably always will be. You know,
diversity.
It's a bit really. Yeah.
I like how we do a bit of a science and have to think. So like alcohol, pubs, pubs are closing.
Forget about the stars and the planets.
Yeah, keep the pubs open.
The rising sun. Yeah, things like that. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.